What's good, friend?
Nothing. Everything's chaos.
Would we like to dive deeper into that statement?
Well, because I'm leaving for that con in Philadelphia tomorrow.
Yes, you are. Exciting times.
Yep. Lots to prepare, pack, laundry. I'm making zip-up hoodies for myself and my friend. I'm pretty excited about it. Because we have to wear our volunteer shirts the whole time, and I was like, oh, we could have some cool little jackets or whatever to wear.
I
And I
love
got
it.
all kinds of fun vinyl. I got so many options. Got a Galaxy one over there, but I'm real jazzed about hold on, let me hold up this holographic rainbow.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Hot. I love it.
Right? Because it's the Galactic Diversity and Inclusion Convention.
I love it.
So, and it's put on by Gays in Space. And so the rainbow is appropriate, but also this is an IDIC, which is a symbol of Vulcan philosophy, infinite diversity and infinite combinations.
Oh my god, I love that. That's so nice.
It's really apropos.
That absolutely delights me. What a wonderful way to kick off the podcast.
But yeah, I've often thought about getting an IDIC tattooed on me somewhere. Lots of people do it.
Dude, oh my god, yes, you absolutely should. Why has this never come up before?
I forgot about it until earlier today when I was looking up the IDIC, and the image I got was from a site. There were tattoos of it. And I was like,
Oh.
oh yeah, I did that at one point.
You
Yeah,
should
it's
absolutely do that. I have yet to pick the next tattoo that I'm gonna get.
Mhm.
That could be a fun one for you.
Yeah. Well, I have the cherry blossom on the one ankle. I was thinking about doing a lilac on the other side because this is lilac is Rochester's thing.
Aw, that's also so cute. I love it. I am thinking about Kirby butt cheek tattoo.
Oh yeah, there's that too. Yeah,
Just because who's gonna know? You know?
it is. Yeah.
I mean, everyone, because I've put this on the internet, but no one's gonna see it.
I think it should be just below where the waistband of your pants is, so that there's always a slight chance that if you bend over just the top of his little wrist.
Actually, that's really fucking funny.
Because you just have to think about that every time you're stretching for something. You're like, wait, did my waistband dip slightly?
Can they see butt cheek Kirby? Which,
Just
again, do I care? Not that much.
But that's what makes it fun, It's
It adds a fun element of danger to my day to day life.
yeah, Kirby tramp stamp. How about that?
Don't call him a tramp. It's not a tramp stamp if Kirby is involved. He's too classy.
So true.
So true
Classy
indeed.
little man.
The classiest of little dudes. I could have sworn I had an update, but I don't think I do. Unless the fact that, yeah. I got this fun ghost sweater of Opus Eponymous.
Nice. I was wondering about that.
I'm a big fan. And also it has, you can't actually see all that much of it, but it has the album title on the back of it. And it's very cool because it was made by an independent artist whose shop I will link in the description because cool stuff. But yeah, the collection continues to grow because of who I am as a person. But I think that's really it. Anything else going on with you before we dive into the two things that I have written down for us today?
Nope. Just prepping for this weekend. That's all
Godspeed.
going on.
So, the first question is from the Shit You Should Care About Twitter account, which I will be sending this to the channel chat, even though it's just text. But today's mundane poll: when vampires suck your blood, do they bite first and then suck with their mouth, or do their teeth act as straws?
Kind of crazy idea.
I'd never heard about the teeth acting as straws thing, but I thought it was kind of interesting.
I mean, here's the thing. I actually thought that that was the case when I was a kid. Because
Fascinating.
I was like, well, they sucked your blood, and to me, sucking meant through a straw,
Yeah.
and they're puncturing it with these little things that, like, making straw holes, essentially.
Yeah.
It never occurred to me they were just breaking the skin so that they could.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually believed that when I was a kid. Um, but as an adult, I don't know. I don't think the teeth would be sturdy enough if they were hollow.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, I'd be afraid, like, and not even for, like, they wouldn't necessarily chip them or break them while sucking blood, but, like, just the slightest little accident, those things are getting shattered, like you bumped your face off a door.
Yeah, although, I mean, if we're going by what we do in the shadows logic, the fangs always come back.
It's true.
And
But I
that's
feel
pretty
like,
much that is my, that's what I take almost all of my vampire rules for, because I think that is my most personally consumed and reconsumed piece of vampire media.
yeah, but I feel like we would hear more stories, have heard more stories
I
about broken
suppose.
vampire teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But also, aren't vampires, like, compared to humans, just kind of sturdier in general?
But is it bone bone?
I figure
Like,
your everything changes when you become a vampire. Like, everything about your biology. Or that's my assumption. Again,
yeah.
this isn't real, but like,
I feel like I've seen it different ways that like sometimes the vampires are like just invulnerable,
mm-hmm.
or sometimes they get injured, but then they just like, heal immediately.
Yeah.
So I guess it depends on which version there. Because if they're never damaged, that's one thing.
Yeah, I don't know about the
But
never damaged, because in the Jersey Devil episode, Laszlo like shoots Nandor through the hand, and like it heals by the end of the episode, but it does take a second.
yeah,
So
yeah. So you'd think their bones wouldn't be sturdier then, technically, right? They would just heal more quickly.
I suppose. So then, yeah, I
So
guess by default the answer would have to be no. Their teeth do not act as straws. Although that's, I mean, like it's a fun concept.
yeah, I mean, how would that even be possible though? Because they can't. How would they suck through their own teeth? The throat's back here. It's not like up there.
Yeah, I feel like we would be inventing some new structures.
Yeah, I don't see how that. Yeah, I don't see how that works.
Yeah,
Like where
cool
you get.
thought, but
Yeah.
well, especially because like they don't really bother with this in Shadows, and I understand why. It's for like makeup and reasons, but like there are lots of vampires that are drawn with like lower fangs too, and like how would that work?
Oh, if they were straws.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, lower fangs just seems like overkill. Like I feel like two's enough to really puncture someone's throat
I
or
mean,
whatever.
is it enough? Yes. Would like as a person who finds like just the concept of vampires very attractive, like I think the lower fangs kind of adds a little something else to it.
Well, but I'm thinking in practical terms. Like you're just
Yeah.
making a bigger mess, and they're trying not to get caught.
Are they?
They don't
Well,
want people to see
usually,
them.
yeah. I guess it depends on the exact piece of vampire media that you're looking at, but that generally does seem to be the case.
I mean, if we're basing it on what we do in the shadows, they were panicked thinking people knew who they were.
Yes, which again is just funny to think about because of how stupid and obvious they are at all times.
Yeah. And yet people don't know. So,
Which, it's New York City, is the thing. Like, yeah, it's technically Staten Island, but it's still New York City. As long as you're not actively murdering somebody in broad daylight, no one is going to bother you.
they just keep hypnotizing people.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we end up with the brain scramblies.
Oh my god, did you see that Harvey Guillen posted that they did the last table read
Oh,
for Shadows?
that's so sad.
What am I gonna do without this fucking show? I
just have
cannot believe that our last Summer of Shadows streams is coming up.
Yeah.
God.
But also the summer's coming, so that's nice.
Summer is coming, which is nice. And also, I just had a thought that could be kind of fun. And I gotta look at the calendar to see if this is gonna work out the way my brain is suggesting that it will. But if it does, hold on a second. I know I'm being very vague on Okay. So this is going to drop the day after our final Stalker stream, and we still haven't chosen our movies for May. Would we want to do that on the air now and have this be the last episode that releases before we start that month of streams?
Like, pick our movies live now?
Yeah, why not? I mean, we can do the other question first and finish out whatever thoughts we have regarding vampires. But a suggestion, a thing we could do. I have the list accessible.
Where's the list?
It's on my phone, I got it. But, yeah, you know what? Let's do that before the worsening today. Anyway, but yeah, God. End of an era.
It truly is.
And there's many things I'm going to be mad if they don't happen.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's not that it's just that it's ending. It's like, will it
Like, you need to do this right
in the way that we want, you know? Because like, oh man, I think it's so easy to mess it up.
It's so easy to mess things up. If they don't fucking smooch, I'm gonna set something on fire.
I mean, I could see that not happening. Just because, you know, I mean, they've made it this long.
Unbelievable. They're married. They've been married for like 500 years.
I think we might not get that, and I don't think Nandermo's really going to happen. And I think the Nandermo stands are going to get very upset.
I think they're going to get very upset, but my prediction, or my counter to that prediction is that although the writing on the show is sometimes a little bit inconsistent, I don't think it's ever been outright horrible. And I think it will be made outright horrible if they did all of that narrative build-up for nothing.
Yeah, I mean, the way I would see it is all of that build-up maybe to them has been more about like a close family type relationship rather than romantic or something, you know?
But then why was Marwa, when I like everything that Nandor likes, why was she all up on Guillermo like that? I will never let them forget that. And like, again, that's like, it's not what I'm watching for, but it's so painfully obvious that if they don't do it, it's shit writing.
Yeah. It's making me nervous.
It is making me nervous, but I'm also incredibly, incredibly excited.
Yeah. Same.
Anyway, so the other thing that I have, are we gonna say definitively bite then suck?
Yeah.
Rather than teeth acting as straws, as much as fun of a concept as that theoretically is?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So my second thing is something that I just came up with. What's your dream Lego set? What's a Lego set that they haven't made yet that you want them to make?
Listen.
I can think of so many.
This has been upsetting me so much. There's no Star Trek Legos.
That's fucked up. Are you serious?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's a licensing thing.
Where's my USS Enterprise? Where's my little bridge set that, like...
Yep. I check all the time just in case they start making them. Not a single Star
There's
Trek
yellow submarine Legos.
Yeah. But
and
again,
they haven't...
it's a licensing thing.
That's some bullshit.
So I don't know, like, you know, if for some reason CBS, who owns Star Trek, is like, or Paramount or whatever the parent company
has beef.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but yeah, like, oh man, if I could have a Lego set of DS9, like the space station Deep Space Nine, that would bring me so much joy. I
That,
would have like little quarks and on the promenade and the
oh my god, I love it. Um, I fucking shocker want like Ghost on stage. Like I want like a little Lego set. And like it can vary by era, which I think would be cool as shit. But like Papa and the Ghouls with whatever era backdrop you want. I think that would be awesome. And also, Monty Python. I want a Holy Grail Lego set. I want a little castle and King Arthur and all the knights.
the closest thing I have is a Blu-ray copy of that movie that I got a few years back that came in like a little castle box with little tiny animals and a plastic thing so you can flip the animals over top of this.
See, that's fun as hell. And it should come with the little French guy
Yeah.
and various Lego animals. And like you know how you build like little mechanical things into some Lego sets, a little device to fling them over.
Yeah.
There really is just there's so much to be done.
There really is, and it just bothers me like there's so much in terms of Star Wars Legos. It's everywhere.
It's
Every time
enough.
Yeah, every time I try to look
Enough.
up Star Trek, it's like, how about these Star Wars Legos? I'm like, that is not what I asked
That's
for.
not even remotely what I asked for. Where
These
are
are
my Doctor Who Legos?
Yeah.
Where is a Lego TARDIS interior? Again, it can all whatever era you want
Yeah.
could look sick. I want
Yeah.
Doctor Who Legos. I want hold on, I just came up with something. What the fuck was it? It was like another show where it seems so obvious, but there has not been a single one.
Hmm.
Shit. Staring at my movie shelf in the hopes that it will help me.
Something else that's sci-fi? I feel like
Maybe.
sci-fi lends itself really well to that sort of thing
It does.
because there's all kinds of fun sets and costumes and
Kirby.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Give me little Kirby Legos.
Mm-hmm.
It could be like a boss battle stage from whatever game, like whatever maybe is the most iconic. Just, yeah. Give me a little Corby Lego.
Star Trek Lower Decks because it's animated and the characters are so fun looking.
Yeah, it's all like that's the thing. I feel like animated things are particularly they lend themselves well to that because they're already cartoony.
Mm-hmm.
Like it
Yeah.
doesn't it doesn't feel as sometimes kind of weird as it does when you take like your Lord of the Rings for example.
Yeah.
Or I
Yeah.
don't know. There's a
Star Wars.
concept that my brain is reaching for to describe sort of what things lend themselves well to Legos versus what makes it feel kind of weird, and I'm coming up with nothing.
It's just how human they look, I guess.
How human look. It's also just kind of a vibe thing, which is so unhelpful. But like,
No, because I feel like a human, like two human people, like actual humans, not animated.
mm,
One of them has like a regular normal hair color, brown, blonde, whatever, and then you have one that has like purple hair. I
yeah,
think the fact that the purple hair lends itself better,
yeah,
'cause it's more cartoony in that way, even though it is an actual person.
yeah. There's also just like so many iconic movies that I feel like would make great like one-off Lego sets. Like I know there is a giant like Lego Titanic,
Yeah.
which like actual like history, not the movie. But again, Titanic. It could be a fun little like cross section where you have things like that. Alien,
Mm-hmm.
the ship interior. Like I'm looking at my freaking 100 movies poster. Like there are Ghostbusters Lego sets. Just so many things, so many good things. Wally. That would be
There's, like,
perfect.
good on Disney stuff though.
There
In
is
general.
There's gotta wait. Yes, yes, because Disney fucking owns everything now. They own Star Wars.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that's what I'm thinking about, like the licensing stuff. Disney was basically like, Lego, we are all in.
Yeah.
Have all of her stuff now.
But yeah, no. There's a whole world of opportunities, but I think the one that I would want the most right now is again some form of ghost on stage.
Yeah.
That would be absolutely delightful.
Yeah, mine would be something Star Trek. It would be really hard to narrow it down, but I think Deep Space Nine Promenade would be the best.
I'm envisioning like an original series bridge, and it looks very cool in my mind.
See, in Deep Space Nine, it's a space station, not a ship.
Mm.
So they have the Promenade, which is basically like, the place with all the restaurants and shops and stuff, and they're
That's
all
so
delightful.
fun.
Yeah. Like, there's the gambling and drinking establishment called Quarks, run by a Ferengi. There's Garrick the tailor, right? There's all these, so you could have these little individual shops. And I think it would be so fun. And then to have all those characters, like there's a Cardassian. Like, I don't want to see how they make that into a Lego.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's why they don't do it. They're like, these things are way too hard to make into Lego. Because they're also weirdly shaped, There's a lot of detail to them.
But then again, they make plenty of weirdly shaped, like, Star Wars Lego people. Like, there's a little Admiral Akbar figure.
But they mostly just do that with, like a print on it, though, right? Like, it's still
the heads are kind of funky shaped.
I'm just thinking about all my Lego minifigures that you can't see that are on that shelf.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I want a Lego set of? I want a Lego set of the OG Saw bathroom.
Colorful, really.
Yeah. That popped into my mind because Kyle and I are continuing on our quest to, for whatever fucking reason, watch every film in the Saw franchise. And we watched one of the other ones last night. And on Monday night. They weren't good.
Yeah. I was just thinking about Blood and thinking how cool it would be to have one that was, like, now I'm thinking about anime. Because, like, Zom 100.
Attack on Titan Lego set.
I mean, because I have minifigures of Attack on Titan already.
Fuck yes. Like a little forest with like a Titan or something. God, you have options. Chainsaw Man. Yes, that would be so much fun. A little Lego Pochita.
Which, yeah, they don't, like, it's like, I got all those Chainsaw Man ones, but they didn't have Pochita. It was just the people.
That's odd.
Yeah. You were there.
I was.
One of those times I was fine.
But yeah, no. And I hate, this is the thing that I hate as an adult. I hate that Legos are so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
They're so expensive. It's ridiculous. And I hate it because they're so much fun.
But, like, what's the alternative? Technically, there are other brands and stuff, but they're not.
But it's not. And that's, like, it just doesn't feel the same. And, like, maybe that is kind of a bullshit answer, but, like, it just isn't.
Well, it's not because they're often, like, they're often, like, blockier, not as, like, delicate. Like,
yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like, the Lego, they design so many, like, individual bricks to make tricky. Exactly, like, what they're envisioning and have it be, like, perfect. You know, there's a fucking functional Lego typewriter. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then there's also, of course, the thing that Lego has all those licenses that most companies don't get to make all this stuff.
Yeah. I wonder if that's why there's never been any official Pokemon Legos, because I always see, like, the off-brand, like, build a little Charizard out of X, Y, and Z bricks.
It's always, like, 8 bricks.
Mm-hmm. It's like, no, I want an official Pokemon Lego set. That would also be extremely fun.
Yep. Same.
Yeah, Lego, there is a whole world out there. Some of it I understand is licensing things, but some of it isn't. So, get on that.
But also, from their perspective, they're making, like, bank. They don't really need to open up more avenues, probably.
I mean, they don't, but still.
I mean, they got whole stores all over the place.
Yeah. God, I fucking love a good Lego store.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. Yeah.
this just the fact that I brought up the Saw franchise just reminded me. I know a variation of this question was discussed. I think when we had the Big Dumb Monsters guys on one time about surviving a Saw trap.
Mm-hmm. We
Did,
definitely talked about it at some point, yeah.
did we talk about our ability to survive a Saw trap or why we would be in a Saw trap?
I think it was both.
Okay. What Saw trap would you design?
Oh, I
I'm
don't
gonna need you
know.
to access some dark parts of yourself right now.
But there's also the fact that, like, so I saw the first two when they came out,
Mm-hmm.
and not since.
They
My
I will
recollection
say
is,
one of the reasons why I find myself continually like, despite the fact that the later ones are bad, continually enjoying the Saw movies is just, and maybe this says something like about me as a person that is not so great, but creative kills. I love it.
yeah, I remember when the first one came out, I saw it in the theater, and horror's never really been my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, oh, this is fun. Like, what a fun concept.
No, like the first watching the first Saw as like having heard about it a lot when I was younger and then having gotten into horror like later in my life, mind blowing. Holy shit, what a great movie.
Yeah. I've always said is like, I'm not into horror as a genre necessarily, but I like a clever movie. It
Mm,
doesn't matter what genre it is.
yeah. What Saw trap would I design? And also, if we want to get really sadistic, who would you put in there?
Oh,
Or what
my
type of
mind,
person?
yeah. Um, I feel like all the answers to that are pretty obvious.
Yeah,
Like, put all the pedophiles in saw traps, like that kind of thing.
Elon Musk.
Yeah. And then I was gonna say, so then the other part of it is like public figures
Well, that's
that
the other
we
thing.
have
The other thing
like,
about a Saw trap is, am I clever enough to do this? Because, like, they're always so fitting. You know, like I think if I was gonna put Elon Musk in a Saw trap, it would have to like him somehow constantly doing his thing where he like desperately vies for attention and needs everyone to like him and think he's cool and funny.
mm,
Like him seeking validation would somehow have to be the thing that like rips off one of his limbs or whatever.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
I don't necessarily know what it would be though.
Yeah, because it's like it's hard to imagine some chance and validation that you want so badly that you're willing to give up a limb.
I'm and again, I'm no John Kramer, I'm no Jigsaw. I'm envisioning a keyboard with like razor blades. And like
Okay.
cuz he's always so desperate for attention, he's always tweeting stupid shit. So now you have to like type a certain amount of like words or whatever on the razor keyboard.
Hmm.
And but I mean that wouldn't kill you, or at least I don't think you really run the chance of dying from a
So,
razor keyboard.
unless you lace the blades with something,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
which
know.
it doesn't necessarily have to be like immediately lethal, just something that like causes intense burning and pain. But
Yeah.
by the way, tell me why when you said a keyboard with razor blades, I imagined the musical instrument keyboard.
I
I was
mean,
like, what does he play?
no.
And then he said typing, I was like, oh, I don't know why that came to mind, is that I don't have like, a keyboard directly in front of me.
Yeah, or
No.
also just like I don't know, some other things about like the one we watched recently, it was like a corrupt cop who was always lying on the stand had to like make the choice between like getting hit by a train or like ripping his tongue out. So maybe something along those lines because he
Yeah.
won't shut up and stop lying and being like, I invented Tesla, I made my own fortune. Don't Google
Yeah.
my father. Something
Or
like
more
that where he has to like, either die or take away his ability to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Or lose
Mm.
his hands, because frankly he does most of his talking via tweeting.
Yeah. Mm.
Although, isn't watching himself tank the value of Twitter its own saw trap for him? Because
Is
he
it?
bought.
Does he
Or I
care?
liked. Yes.
Are you sure? Because he's kind of doing it on purpose, isn't he?
He's doing it because he needs people to like him and think he's cool, but every time he opens his mouth on the platform that he bought just so he would have people think he was cool, he makes it worse. So, like, is that not a fun, horrible paradox for a pathological attention seeker to be experiencing? I think a little bit.
Mm. You know, I think I would even go simple with somebody like him and not make it about like horrible injury or death. Basically, give all of your money to charity or
That's also a good
except for
one. That is
like
also a good one.
I feel like in a lot of ways that would hurt him worse than something physical.
Probably.
Yeah.
Also, just this is me saying another great reason to, even though they're kind of not good, continue watching the Saw franchise is that there is an entire movie where John Kramer just tortures a health insurance executive, which 10 out of 10. Also, other random thing that I was thinking last night as I was watching this other fucking Saw movie, um, man, what a lucky break Mr. Tobin Bell had, Mr. John Kramer, that actor. Like, you're approaching the end of your acting career having done like, or what might be the end of your acting career later in life, having done a bunch of smaller roles. You get booked to essentially lay on a bathroom floor for like a 3-week shoot, and it
Mm-hmm.
spawns a whole new genre, a massive franchise, the easiest roles ever, where you just turn up, say a bunch of sinister lines, and then leave, and you don't even have to do any stunt work because you're playing a cancer stricken old man. And also, you just have a legion of like weird horror gays willing to die for you. Incredible. 10 out of 10. Anyway, now that we've gone down that road, do you have anything else you'd like to say about designing a saw trap?
Not out loud.
Noted. Yeah, that's fair. All right.
Not out of recording.
Point taken. Let me scroll back into the Weeb chat and find that list. Give me
What's in
the.
there? Remember that.
Yeah.
But,
Here, hold on.
you
I
know.
think I can send it to the chat here, though, if my phone will behave the way I want it to. Which I think it is. Okay. No, not that server. No. Yeah, we'll do that.
You did not tell me where I can procure the gay sun sweater, by the way.
Oh, hot topic.
Soon. Okay.
Are you gonna get the gay sun sweater?
I do enjoy it.
You should get. When I say gay sun sweater, for anyone who's unfamiliar with this meme, you know, it's like, oh, would you rather have the gay son or the thought daughter? And I went to Hot Topic to pick up a shirt that I ordered, and there was a cropped tank top that had Ryuk from Death Note on it, and there was also a sweater that had Ryuk from Death Note on it. So I took pictures of both of them and sent them to the Weeb chat with the caption. I think it was Ryuk crop top thought daughter or Ryuk sweater gay son. And I think you should totally get that sweater because it honestly bangs.
I mean, yeah, I love Ryuk and I love a good sweater. Like,
Alright, here, let me send it here. Copy
I scrolled
link.
too far back in the chat because I'm seeing the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure sweater. Why do I not own that?
Yeah, that is great. Alright, let's see.
Too loud. Uh, what a
Will
stupid
it let
show.
me open this PDF? Nope, it will do it on my desktop. But either way, we have the list. We have a couple categories, and let me look at the calendar just to be safe here.
For the number of Thursdays?
Yes, there are 5 Thursdays in May. All right, rock and roll. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. There's also 5 categories. Do we want to pick one from each category? The categories that Kyle has so kindly given us in this list of films for us to pick from, we have Indie Gems, It's the 80s, Comedy Through the Years, Women Auteurs, love it, and World Cinema. So do we want to maybe pick one from each category?
Where's this list?
It's in the Weeb chat. If you go
But, like,
in, if you go like into the WhatsApp app
Yeah.
on your phone, then if you click like the profile pic, the banner up at the top,
Yeah.
and then there should be a thing that says media, links, and docs. If you go into that and click docs, it's the only thing in there because it's a PDF.
Let me see.
Success?
I see no such thing.
Oh, scheisse.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Got it.
Yay!
Success.
Okay, so yeah, what do we think about maybe picking one from each category, or I'm open to suggestions?
I think that makes sense.
Okay.
But I also don't know how to make our choices because, like, I've only heard of like 3 of these.
So have I. I'm kind of just going based on vibes alone and on the fact
Just the
that
name.
there are a couple things on here that are on my personal watch list and have been for a
Okay.
little while. So let's start with Indie Gems. The options in this category are Columbus, directed by Kogonada, Letters from the Big Man, Christopher Munch, May, Lucky McKee, The Minus Man by Hampton Fancher, Safety Not Guaranteed by Colin Trevorrow, and Tyrannosaur by Patty Considine.
Mm-hmm. Are you familiar with any of those?
Not a single one.
Me either. I like dinosaurs.
Yeah, do we want to go by title alone? That could be kind of interesting.
Dinosaurs are fun. I also kind of want to know who the big man is.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Hmm.
Only the best selection techniques.
Oh yeah. You know what? I like dinosaurs. Let's go with Tyrannosaur.
Nice.
Writing all these down.
I like the name Patty Considine. It's kind of
Yeah.
fun. I like a patty. It's probably I wonder if it's actually an Irish movie, like Irish people and whatnot.
It is possible. Second category. It's the 80s. We've
You
got
know which one stands out to me.
We've got Cat People by Paul Schrader, Legend, the director's cut, Ridley Scott, Life Force, Toby Hooper, Popeye, Robert Altman, Q, The Winged Serpent, Larry Cohen, and The Toxic Avenger, Michael Hertz and Lloyd Kaufman. Which one does stand out to you, actually?
People.
Yeah.
People.
I've
But
I've also
Winged
been. That's the thing. I know The Winged Serpent is on Shudder, and I've been seeing the poster for it when I look through Shudder, and I gotta say, I am intrigued.
Yeah, it's just a fun title. Like hearing you read it out loud, it sounded very. I don't want to say ridiculous, but like.
It sounds like a fun time.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. frequently when I say ridiculous, it's rarely a bad thing.
Yeah, I that I've ever used that in a bad way.
I mean, I definitely have, but I hold a love for ridiculousness in my heart.
Yeah. It's all about tone.
Yeah. Yeah, what do we think here?
Oh man. Maybe the winged serpent. I am curious what the cat people are, but
I'm so curious about both of them.
I mean,
and they're both from 1982.
Who older than both of us? Actually, all these movies are older than I am, probably. There's one in 85, but I was born late in the year, so I'm gonna...
Probably not, then. You want to do Winged Serpent?
Sure.
Hell yeah. Write that down. Do we have a name for this month of movies? I feel like we need a snappy title.
You know I love alliteration.
I know you do. That's why I'm bringing it up.
I feel like Kyle's name should be in it, so I'm looking for another K sound. Think.
We can also just let that percolate.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to think on it, yeah.
Okay, so our next category is Comedy Through the Years. For that we have Best in Show, Christopher Guest, My Man Godfrey, Gregory LaCava, Hits, David Cross, Silver Streak, Arthur Hiller, Waiting for Guffman, Christopher Guest again, and The Watermelon Man, Melvin Van Peebles. Man, what a name.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think you know it.
My vote is for either My Man Godfrey or Best in Show.
But I've seen Best in Show.
Okay, so then cross that off.
Yeah.
So then I'm gonna say My Man Godfrey.
Any particular reason? Because it's old?
On my list, very old, and I just think that could be really fun, because I don't think we've ever discussed anything that vintage.
No, I don't think we've got any older than, like, 80s, maybe 70s?
Definitely 70s.
I can't think of what, but there's definitely gotta be something. I don't know.
I think so. So, yeah, I think that could be really interesting. And also, I just need to see more of those, like, screwball comedies of the 1930s.
I guess I'll just have to Google who the Watermelon Man is.
I'm not trying to steamroll you here, I promise. You are okay with that, correct? Alright. Okay. Next category, women auteurs. We've got A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night by Anna Lily Amirpour, The Juniper Tree by Nietzsche Keen, Kajillionaire, Miranda July, Kissed, Lynn Stopkovich, Revenge, Coralie Fargett, and Shiva Baby, Emma Seligman. I've heard that Shiva Baby is, like, really funny but deeply fucking uncomfortable.
I gotta be honest, none of these are jumping at me.
A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night is also on my personal list, but we don't need to, like, make all of our decisions based only on my own personal list. Because there's a lot of films on my list.
Yeah. Again, I just don't have a particular one that's calling to me.
Well, okay, then let me put it this way. Does anything in the next category call to you? The next category being world cinema, where we've got Amadeus by Milos Forman, Border by Ali Abbasi, Cure, Kiyoshi Kurosawa, The Host, Mr. Bong Joon-ho, La Vie en Rose, Olivier Dahan, and The Seventh Continent by Michael Haneke.
Hold on, I'm just Googling a thing real quick to see if it's a thing that I've seen.
Gotcha.
Okay, no, I haven't. I'm thinking. Oh, there it went. I'm thinking the Bong Joon-ho.
Yeah, okay, we can do that. Like this one I think has the most that are like on my personal letterbox list, so I'm truly fine with anything. Go with The Host.
Yeah, I was making sure. I thought I might have seen that one, but I looked it up and the poster didn't look familiar at all. So.
Okay, so now we just gotta pick for women auteurs for week number 4 of whatever this month of movies winds up being called, if anything special.
I've been working on it in the background in my head.
I love it. That's what we like to hear. I'm gonna say my personal vote is A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. Speak Now or Forever Hold Your Peace.
Again, none of them really.
All right, cool.
Call meaning wise. None of them are silly enough for me.
I love it. So, for our upcoming month of films that have been curated for us by my lovely partner Kyle, we've got Indie Gems, Tyrannosaur from 2011, directed by Patty Considine. From the It's the 80s category, Q, The Winged Serpent, 1982, Larry Cohen. Comedy Through the Years, My Man Godfrey, 1936, Gregory LaCava. Women Auteurs, A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, 2014, Anna Lily Amirpour. And finally, for World Cinema, we've got The Host from 2006 by the genius, in my personal opinion, behind Parasite, Bong Joon-ho. So I'm really looking forward to this. I think this is going to be fun.
Yeah, it's quite a mix.
I think that's gonna shake things up. Gonna be interesting because I don't think we've ever really discussed anything particularly quote unquote serious before.
True. Well, there's comedy in there, but
there is comedy in there, and like I'm sure indie is not, indie and comedy I'm certain are not mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is gonna be we're gonna broaden our horizons on the stream.
You could have unknowingly just kind of come up with a name for it because you said it was curated by Kyle.
Oh!
Or like Kyle's curation.
I like that. Maybe we'll call it that. Curated by Kyle. Hell yeah. Alright, we're gonna say that's probably the working title for now. But that is gonna bring us to the weekly worsening, I think. And, I have things.
I assume it's more fun stuff.
It's more con stuff, as you can... Sorry, audio listeners. As you can see by the pile of things behind me, I have started working on my Violence Fiend mask. I'm using EVA foam to do things for the first time, which has been interesting. A little easier to work with than I thought, or... I don't know, I thought it was gonna feel more intimidating, but then I was just like, oh, so I just put the pattern on these foam sheets and cut it out. And I'm like, that's not so bad. Maybe I'll start feeling a little more scared when I start trying to glue it together. But thus far, we're doing okay. And I have all but finished my vessel armor. I'm so proud of this. Look at her.
Perfect.
I am so happy with how this turned out. I still have to add I have some leftover leather. They call it bias tape because I was putting trim on the vessel cloak actually, and then I wound up ordering I got a little sample pack and didn't wind up using all of it. And I have some that if I just sew it together, it'll make a convincing fake leather strap to wear this. And I think I'm gonna put a little more padding right here where my shoulder's gonna go. But other than that, she's pretty much done, and I'm so happy with how this turned out. It was such a fucking process. But yeah. Yay. So, I'm worse in that I have finished a big project and it has given me some possibly unearned confidence Um, and I'm starting another one with even less time to be finished. But, that's just how I am. One of my birthday presents to myself arrived in the mail. It's my Avatar country passport.
Yeah, we talked about that, right?
Which,
On the pod.
fuck yeah. And I just think this thing is so cute. And they give you little stickers to put in it for every year that you've been a quote-unquote citizen. I'm really excited to get this stamped at the next show I go to. So that's another reason I'm excited. And worse this week. And Lord help me, I'm back on my bullshit. So, like many people, I watched the Fallout series on Prime, and holy shit, it's so good. But I'm playing Fallout 4 again. I started a new playthrough of Fallout 4, and I finally installed onto my computer the Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas that I've had on my Steam account forever because I want to play them so much now. So that's how I'm worse this week.
One of my TAs just got a Steam Deck yesterday.
Fuck yeah.
Brought it to my office and was showing me. He's like, I didn't expect it to be this massive.
Honestly, slay.
It's pretty big.
I love it. So yeah, that's how I'm worse this week. I am back on my bullshit video game wise. I am con crunching with a potentially inflated sense of my abilities. Thank you.
And meanwhile, I haven't even really thought about that one yet because I got to get through this week. Plus the film festival next week.
Godspeed.
A week from today. Hey, we're gonna have to schedule a recording for a different day next week.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, we'll get that sorted. It'll be fine.
I just made that connection just now. Yeah, I'll be at the film festival. Big night. I'm hosting. What? I'm in charge of it.
No.
Who did you think was gonna host it?
No. Bandit was supposed to.
Oh.
Oh, we fucked up.
I did see that in the doc. Are they? Is it gonna be a problem to like reschedule? Like, was it difficult to get this scheduled?
No. I think this might actually work out better, but we'll see.
Like, we could shift it to Tuesday or Thursday before this.
We will figure it out.
Yeah, I completely forgot. Everything's
Oh,
been
boy.
chaos lately. I have so much going on.
I mean, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, Nyx.
She is standing on 3 paws with 1 paw just. Oh, you can't put all 4 paws down. Those poor biscuit paws. They just.
Oh no.
Air biscuit. Is it my turn?
It is.
I need these to be seen by the world. I told you about it. I sent you a thing.
Oh yeah.
I have this Spock Mr. Potato
I love
that,
it.
that came up when I was looking for something completely unrelated. It was like, oh, you might like this Spock Mr. Potato Head. I'm like, you're damn right I do. So I clicked on it to buy it to find that it's not just Spock. They have like 15 different ones.
Wow.
And a lot of them are ones that I did not care about, but imagine how excited I got when I found the dude as a Mr. Potato Head.
Rock and fucking roll, my dude.
His little sunglasses come off, he's got eyes under there, he's got his little carton of milk.
Oh my god, I
You
love
know?
it.
Yeah, I really hoped it was a white Russian rather than the milk, but
Whatever.
take what you get. But like, how ridiculously fun is that?
I am obsessed.
Yeah. And then I remind myself, like, I'm a 38-year-old.
It's
But,
fine.
you know,
It's fine.
sometimes you just kind of step back and you're like, this is who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh, 1 second.
Oh.
Nyx was chewing something she shouldn't. Okay.
Oh, okay. I was like, is that good? Is that bad? Did we forget something fun?
Nope.
Nope, just cat eating plastic.
Yeah, it was a thing that fell. And I also bought my very first Pokemon related toy.
Who'd you get? Who'd you get?
I can get it open. Because I was at Target and this was my starter Pokemon in Pokemon
Aww.
Vibe. Why can't I make this happen? There we go.
Sprigatito. That's so cute.
I was so excited. I was like, it's my starter baby. So
I love it. Oh my god, I gotta get a Bulbasaur plushie. That was my first starter ever.
Yeah. Man,
I gotta hunt one down at the next con.
I was gonna say in 2 weeks when we're at Saratoga, like it'll be the first
this
time
is gonna be so fun for you because you're finally gonna understand.
Yeah, and so I bought the DLC for Pokemon Violet.
Nice.
The Teal Mask and the Indigo Disc. I already finished part 1. And I'm into part 2 now.
Nice.
I've caught many Pokemon. Just so many.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's I would say that's the primary thing, but yeah, also just getting ready for this con and making Star Trek hoodies and all that counts as well.
Yeah, that's nicely done, I would say.
Yep, that's a really nerded up with a bunch of gay Star Trek fans. So
incredible. I hope you have the absolute best time ever, and you can tell us about your adventures next week.
Yeah, my adventures of just working the whole weekend, technically.
Well, I mean, it's fun working, I would hope.
Yeah. I hope so too.
Well, we'll find out. All right, as always, thank you for fighting with us, friends. We appreciate each and every single one of you, and we will be back again next week. We'll see you then. Adios.
This week's episode of the Fighting with Friends podcast was hosted by Bridget Kelly and Dr. Sarah Brooks. You can find other episodes of the podcast on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, or your other favorite listening platform. Follow us on Twitter at brkelly98 and at nsarahsaid. Rate and review us on your podcatcher of choice, like, comment, and subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Twitch and Facebook, and join our Discord community using the links in the description. You can also help support us via the Acast supporter feature, or consider subscribing to our Patreon for early access to episodes and fun bonus content. Thanks for listening!